Stella, are you explaining about the SM and how awesome it is? Frank, you're wrecking everything. Okay, Dean, you go in and introduce the SM segment. The dogs are fucking it up.
It's gonna be so cool. And can you wait till the pneumatic suspension is raised and the car is actually all a nice silver? I'm noticing the original silver paint now that I'm going over it in the front end.
Sounds like I hate you guys and your stupid show.
I know. And this car just blows my mind. It's a space girl.
Right, this is a spaceship car.
It's such a beautiful car example. You know what I mean? It's so great. It's so like.
Still, we're never selling the SM.
This is such a sporty version, and the fact that you've cornered the market in parts. Well, I think we have to find more of these weird cars. Like,
dude, I'm busting your balls because you say we gotta save weird cars. And then you buy LTDs and Crown Victorias.
Like the worst, eh?
Thank you. There, I got Dean saying they're the worst.
They're such. They look cool, but they don't even run half the time because you spend so much time trying to get them going. And God,
you're right about everything except the part where they look cool because they don't.
Well,
they never did. This looks cool. Look at spaceship, wicked James Bond car, or Grandpa's church fucking grocery car.
Yeah. I know,
right?
There's so many different cars.
Look at.
The thing is, we want to try and collect them all, right?
Well, no. If you want to collect shitty cars, go ahead.
I got that.
I don't care. I don't care.
Class here
Look at that. SM1, hey? SM, Poverty SM.
Poverty SM.
I think this is a real Canada moment.
I don't like it. I think you should do white walls and big full hubcaps and white walls. Make it classy.
No, it's not a Buick.
Yeah, it's classy.
It's not a 51 Roadmaster, Dean.
Okay, well then do like I don't
know.
No,
it's getting studded winter grips.
So awesome, man.
And skinny white walls with the Fury 1 hubcaps, and like put a little bit of red primer here.
I don't even know if you can get a model car with these cars, man. I don't think
Sure, I got a couple. The Matchbox one, the red one. Still, hey, is that a Canada?
Is that like a 69 Fury hubcap or something?
Yeah, I think so.
All in the
No, I was gonna put some 13-inch spoked Daytons on it.
You have some wires over there.
There we go. That's there we go. Okay, option B, some
clean.
Hey, ooh, that's got a real downtown feel.
Well, it depends what you want to do on this whole lesson.
I want to just daily it.
I would be afraid to even drive it.
Okay, this is the question. Okay, you guys can. Is this going to be a life-ruining nightmare? Is this will I just hate myself?
I don't mind.
1 year from now, will I be driving this car?
You know what?
Will I be driving it and having fun, or am I going to just wish I'd never been born?
Yeah. You hate life so much that you're just like, where's the rope? I'm just.
No, I'm just going to end it all. Okay, it's time to move the SM. Okay, go Frankers. Go Frankers. Come on, give her a good pull there. Oh, Frank, you're hardly trying.
Good old Stella.
What a nice girl. This is like November something?
18th.
November 18th. Into the abyss, eh? Well, this will either be the start of the coolest car I've ever had, or be remembered as possibly the worst decision I ever made. There's not a lot more that needs to be said about SMs, really. Except never, ever, ever buy a rough one and try and daily drive it. So I was very lucky and fortunate to find this. We'll be going through it for a light restoration, a certain amount of body work. Okay, so we're going to get the wheels off, get this thing apart, and I don't know, I think we're going to have some laughs. There's some 120 here. Maybe a couple of block heaters. This is actually really cool that somebody was driving this in the winter in the snow because of I think we should probably do a very important episode of My Classic Tire today.
What are we working
with here? The FG Trailmaker radials. That's a FR 7015.
Oh yeah, there we go. Let's get in on that. It's a radial though.
It is, but
as radials go,
era of cars, Citroen was pioneering. A studded snow tire with a like a really nice small white wall, tasteful European white wall. It looks like a lot of this is supposed to be routed through some of this clip type of stuff. There's a some of this action, maybe some of this.
Well, it looks like most
so
of
it
it's
looks
kinda
like
pulled out of the way
Richard has
already.
had this mostly off. So that
When if we need to, we can just undo the one nut in there and take this wire out. It's so close. It's gotta be.
we at the back there.
We're almost off on this stud there.
Almost good.
There we
Okay.
go. I think.
If it comes ahead enough that you can pull it away towards yourself, there we go. I'm gonna gently come back thus. How's it coming back there? Okay, wires and cables. Everybody slow. There's very nice and slow. Good, let's go. And boom. I don't know. Just excited about getting started. Okay, what's this? Oh, there's a big flap. Okay, coming straight out. Oh. Okay, hang on. We got air. Is that the only one? Okay. There we go. Right there. This is fun now.
Step one.
Step one, tear it all apart. Okay. What do we think about this fender? Not bad, really. The bottom, a little crunchy. Pretty decent.
Yeah.
Oh, a little crunchy times.
crunch.
Oh, a little crunchiness. It's fine. It's fine. Let's undercoat that. It'll be fine. Where are we putting this?
You want it to be going through there, or
They do everything just differently than anyone else with all these little details. Just look at the dash.
They certainly engineered this type of thing differently. What a disaster, hey? Look at the way that they've filled. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love this car so much for this exact reason. Look at this insane. There's like a push clippy. What is this? Rubber's riveted to this little piece of tin here. Is that what's going on? Yep. Oh, it's so cool. And then, but look at this little puppy here. So when this falls on the ground and gets left there for a couple of months, we're gonna totally remember where this goes. Let's get this out of the way, and then we'll see what we're at. Look at how good. Look at, right? It's really quite decent. I mean, we're having a laugh, but the sweating of the hydraulics has actually, I mean, it just needs to be cleaned. It was sitting outside for many years, and the fact that it even exists, look at how it's still really very, the bottoms of the posts here, the door's a little crunchy for sure. We'll have to be putting a bottom of this door in.
So you would have to cut all.
We'll probably just cut the whole bottom 4 inches off the door. We're gonna need
So bizarre.
special Citroen rubber grommet clip remover tool.
number
Oh,
3.
no, you don't. It's got a little hand release. You can just kind of, anyhow, there, no. I want to phone and order this piece from somebody just to try and describe it over the phone. It's it's the rubber piece that goes between the rubber piece and the piece of, look at the number of, like, all these little panels all fucking screwed with fine thread metric 7mm. Like, look at the amount of just sheer. Oh no, I've inverted it. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Jerry! Hey, Jerry Hathaway. There. Jerry Todd, different Jerry. Probably also helpful. Oh, let's take this piece off. Okay, 46 7mm screw. Look at this big piece of aluminum on the side that all has to come off. All gotta come off and get rebuilt.
Not too bad.
Yeah, it's a little specky though. It's not structural. It's just it's a cover plate, but it's
Is that the same as
look at how much stuff there is to do. Did you get a kind of a look at some of the action? Look at some of this, like.
Oh, just like
Send
what
us-
is
Yeah,
that
send
for?
us your ideas what these things might
Send us your suggestions.
Look at these here. There's a whole shit ton more of that kind of action. Okay, well, if we were going to get this fender off, this is what we'd be dealing with then, is pluses.
At least they're color coded nicely.
Yeah, I don't, other than being colorblind, that's awesome. This one changes color a couple of times. Not too happy about it. And then it changes again to yellow, and then it terminates in a bare end in the middle of the fender well.
Well, you had a white one up here, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You leave this one off, and you take the jumper wire and you run it to here. And this should be from the ignition.
So that's just direct crank.
So this is right to the solenoid. That energizes the solenoid. So one of these has something to do with the switch in the dash,
which
is inert.
Not functioning.
God damn it.
Well, add it to the list.
So this fender's also poop. We're gonna have to fix it. What do you think these have to do with these?
Again, color coded.
White? Yeah, okay, now it's all starting to make... So this is why nothing works.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know
These
what?
big
Why don't we
puppies-
try plugging it in and seeing what happens?
Well,
Hopefully no fires.
the thing is that I'm kind of putting that all with when we reassemble the car. There's no point getting it all working, plugging all, put the fender back, and then taking it all apart. Like, we know we can make it work. It's just, it's going to be... There's going to be some pokey, okay, turn left and put the light and hold the ground. You know, most of it's okay, right? Like
Sure.
it blows my mind how much of it still works.
What's
Like,
this in comparison to your wagon? Like, yeah, your wagon in the body was like just overall. What's your?
oh, the wagon was so
Pretty bad.
much
I remember
worse.
it was
Yeah.
horrible. Panels and shit.
It was terrible.
So this is.
Oh, there's like 70.
This is definitely
The thing is,
not
the
as
wagon was a salvage job. The wagon was just like it was a parts car. The thing is, no, we're not taking it completely apart though, right? I mean, that's the thing.
Is that?
Right? I don't see any real, right? Look at how good that is.
That's real.
That's really good. Look at how good all this is.
150,000 miles.
Yeah. Oh, that's excellent news. Look at, so, I mean, it looks like it gets a pretty healthy dose of oiling from itself, so maybe they're all this good, but I mean, this is what I like. Look at how good that chassis is. This the original paint is still perfect on that. And so this is all just going to need a cleaning. And
How?
yeah,
is
it's
that
great.
all still
Well, I think it's just oiling. This is weird because, you know, we've worked on a lot of cars, and I'm not really intimidated by cars very much. But this car, I kind of had to take a deep breath and be like, well, you know that you're taking the first step on a long and shitty, fucking life-ruining journey. Look at that son of a bitch, eh? Woohoo!
Like,
Right?
so clean.
Oh, that's great. And right, this, you know, it would be funny to photograph the same place on the Fraser. That is awesome. That is my favorite kind
It's
of...
like you're doing an autopsy.
It's not really vastly different from the DS at first glance. I'm sure. I mean, there's your height setting rod there, and these all are color coded so that you can figure out what they do if you had to.
It's quite simple, really.
This is return line on the rear suspension, right? All the plastics are low pressure, and I'd be a little less worried if the colors corresponded on either side of the fitting, though. Okay, so you guys, black goes to blue. Remember, black goes to blue, and the other black one that looks the same, and it's the same length, also colored black, so you don't mix them up.
Let me write this.
Yeah, write that down. It goes to the one that has no sticker at all on it. Okay, well, we're going to tidy this up, and then we'll show the much less ambiguous after picture. Man, you've been around more of these cars now than probably most people.
Yeah, I've hauled what, a third of your collection
That's right.
of the French cars.
Half of them have been on your car. I'm sorry your car's not ready yet, ma'am. It'll be ready in the spring.
I just came in here for a
That's
oil
right.
change.
This is what happened. Typical SM experience. I just came in because the door light didn't work. Oh, you're gonna need one of everything. Anyhow, this is the clutch master cylinder job. You can see the really easy routine wherein you remove half the car and then you keep going through all these little panels, and then there she is. That's where it mounts. Yeah, Citroen actually included these little plugs inside this cavity. They were in there, and I just plugged them in when you take the pieces out. Fancy. Some light cleaning, some what we like to call tidying. Yeah, fantastic. Everything is in excellent condition. There's an extra accumulator there, I believe, for the brakes. I'll edit this out if I'm wrong. Fantastic stuff. Oh, here it is. Here's the clutch master. Pretty straight ahead. It's a Lockheed part. Yeah. So you would think that that would be a fairly easy disassembly with a snap ring or some kind of, but no, there's a roll pin in there. So this is not a difficult one here, but that, I don't know. I'm gonna have to thread something in there and see if we can pull it out. I don't know. And then try and find some SM seals.
You should be able to just run down to the
We're gonna have to rip down to the tire store.
they should have that in stock just on the back shelf there.
I'll just phone them. Sometimes they gotta bring it in from the west side.
Yeah. Can you wait till 2 o'clock? We'll have one for
We'll
you.
have it at 2.
Well, but the other thing is, it's such a bitch to get at it.
Well,
so
that's right.
put the new seal in.
Yeah.
For, you know.
So there's a bit of a rude awakening for the guy used to spending $100 on entire cars. Nevertheless, the clutch master ready to go back together on the SM. Yeah. Probably among the more expensive 2 pieces of rubber I will ever buy. And the rest of it is in excellent shape. And just lightly deburred and cleaned. Okay, let's put it together. Don't leave home without it. We're gonna have to be buying a certain amount of this stuff on this project, and we'll use it for reassembly here. Frankers. Oh, look what you did. Okay, this is the clutch slave cylinder on after getting the master back in, so we're gonna pull this apart. It seemed to be working, but a lot of things on these cars seem to be working. Alright, well, there we go. That is all back together and working properly, reinstalled. But you can see the angle that the thing is mounted at makes the air sit at the wrong end of it from where you're trying to get it out. So I ended up leaving all the lines hooked up and taking the cylinder itself off from the chassis again and tipping it thus, and then using the vacuum bleeder. And that finally solved it. Once we get all of this sorted out, then we can get on to the body work. Quite a bit of rust repair to do, and you know, then we'll just cruise around and be awesome. Ouch! Stell, bashed right into it.
Oh, that is.
Stell.
Yeah. Hey, that looks like an old poverty car. It looks like a winter
Frankers,
special.
hey, get off the fucking car,
yes.
Frank. It's a regular contributor.
Same old shit.